Hi everyone, it's Dr. Sazini with Life Hacks for Special Needs. The other day I was talking to a mom and she was sharing how frustrated she is that the equipment she needs for her child costs so much money. When my first son was diagnosed, I didn't know anybody. Facebook wasn't what it is today, and I had no idea where to buy the equipment that I needed. So what I did was just make everything myself. What I couldn't make, I talked to friends, I talked to everybody, and in the end, I got a lot of equipment made at home that I used with my kids and I now use with the families and the kids that I work with. So today's video is going to be about DIY sensory equipment and toys for your kids. Over here, we have a homemade trapeze and rope ladder. Now, obviously, you wouldn't hang them on the same hook like this. I just put them together so I could show you. Now, these two were made by my friend's teenage son who liked to play around in the workshop. He was a teenager when he made it, and he likes to play around in the workshop. So I just bought this rope and these pieces of wood from a hardware store, and I gave it to him and he just put it together for me, and both my kids and the kids that I work with really enjoy this. Next to it is a swing that I made by tying together a piece of lycra. Now you can go inside. I'm just going to pull it. You can just hide inside, and kids really love to just hide in there. They feel cocooned and very comfortable. And over here is a climbing wall. Now, I didn't personally make this. I bought the climbing stones from a hardware store, and at the time a contractor was working on our house, and I just asked them to secure it to the wall to make sure that it's really safe. And at the bottom of the wall is this massive bin bag that I made. And as you can see, it's a two-tone material there because I bought the ends of the fabric from the fabric store, and I got them really cheap, so I just didn't care that they didn't match. And I bought the little beads from a manufacturer who's just down the road from me. And next to it, we have a body bag or a ghost bag, which is also made of lycra. I just got a piece of lycra, stitched it together, and the kids go inside and you can see through. So they walk around, and it gives them a lot of, because the lycra resists a bit, and it's great fun for the kids. And over here is a platform swing that I made myself. I was in the local hardware store again, and at the bottom is just a piece of wood that they were getting rid of, and I bought this fake leather because I wanted it to be waterproof, and just stapled it together. And a similar thing that I made was this scooter board. It's basically the same thing with casters at the bottom that I also got from the hardware store. The wood was free, and the kids can scoot around and it's fly around on the floor. And these little stuffed toys here, I don't remember where I bought them, but I didn't pay very much for them, and I took out all the stuffing and instead replaced it with red kidney beans. You can use whatever you can find so that they'll be heavy and my son could pick them up and play with them. I think the guideline is to use no more than 10% of your child's weight. So whatever your child weighs, you add 10% of their body weight and they get to lift it. It's really good for their proprioception. And you've seen these are sensory beans. My son was very sensory defensive to touch. So I made two bins, and inside I hid a lot of the treasures. So this one has rice, and the one next to it has chickpeas. And I would hide his toys, and we played with that for a long time. So you can get whatever food. I use food because it's, at least I know it's not poisonous. But anyway, at the time when I made this, he was under 3. So obviously these are a choking hazard, and you can't leave your child alone with them. toy that we made together with the kids. It's a little ladybug. And we've got a bit of Velcro here. We've got the hooks, the eyes, and we glued some black beans on top. And inside we made, it shakes, it also makes a sound. This is a soft, hard surface, and this is just a piece of cloth that we glued together. And the legs, of course, are made from this piping fabric here. So there you go. Just a few things that you can make very, very cheaply with equipment that you can get for free, or you get at the grocery store or wherever, and it doesn't cost a lot of money. You can get tons done. I actually had something else that I wanted to show you that I had my kids' occupational therapist sister make for me. So if you just ask anybody, if you can't do it yourself, ask someone and they will help you. I hope you found that tour of my DIY sensory equipment helpful, and it gave you some ideas of things you could make at home, either by yourself. And you never know, just tell everybody. If you want something that you want to use with your child, just let people know. Maybe your neighbor or a friend's child or a friend's sister or a neighbor's sister. People, like I said, one of the pieces of equipment that I have was actually made by somebody I still have not met to this day. I just happened to mention that, oh, I really would love this. And they knew somebody who worked with wood, and they made it for me, and they didn't even want to be paid for it. Now, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are inspired, at least got some ideas of some DIY equipment that you could make at home. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.